Now then, guys, Red Raw back at it again. Um, yeah, just a quick mention about yesterday's game. No desire, no passion, no energy, no ideas really. To be fair, very lacklustre. I'm not sure what's going on. Two defeats back to back at Anfield. It's hardly known. It's never heard of normally, is it? But I'm just wondering if there's something going on behind the scenes we don't really know about that's affecting the players. Uh, I'm not sure. Maybe they've got wind of who the new manager's going to be, and it's Roy Hodgson, and they're just down in tools. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to focus too much on yesterday. Now, if I was being honest, at the beginning of the season, if you said would win a trophy and hopefully finish in the Champions League spot, I would have snapped your hand off. To be fair, I don't think we was going to be challenging for the league at all. That was not in my thoughts at the beginning of the season anyway. I know now you're there, you want to do your best, but I would have taken this at the beginning of the season for definite. Anyway, yeah, just this is more to do with going forward and the possible transfer movements with players out of the club and that. I'm not a ITK, I ain't got no idea what's going on. This is just my personal opinions, to be honest with you. I'm sure everybody's will differ. That's fine. Just mention anything in the comments. If you disagree, agree, whatever, it's fine. Yeah, so first off, I'll mention, well, the free transfers, we're not going to get any money for them, are we? So Adrian would go, Matip would go, and Thiago would go. I wouldn't be giving any of them a new contract at all. So they'd be all the first three out the door for me. Unfortunately, Thiago's injuries have just ruined him at Liverpool, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. And there'll be players I've missed, like some of the youngsters that I'm not really on board with or up to date with knowledge-wise, or other players that are out of contract that I've not mentioned, but them three are the first three I know that are coming out to the contract end, so they'd be my first three gone. Anyway, starting on with the first player I'd sell, on the caveat to this, if he wants to go and be a number one. I'm not saying he's not a good goalkeeper, he's a very good goalkeeper. Not as good as Alisson, but he's a very good goalkeeper. But if he wants to improve his career and be a regular number one, I think Caoimhin Kelleher would have to be allowed to leave if he wants to. Because we're going to need to get some money in from somewhere for some players, because FSG are not going to bankroll whoever the new manager is without selling anybody. So that's just fact. They never have done and they never will do. So Caoimhin Kelleher, if he wants to go and be a number one, if he's happy to stay, great. But if he wants to move on, that's a few million quid in the bank there. Secondly, what have I got? I've put, now this is, I like the guy, and I think age is on his side, and this would be possible only due to his poor injury record, and that's Ibrahim Konate. That's a bit of a shock, I know, yeah, but I think we're going to need some more. We're going to have to grow into his body a bit and be a bit more reliable, and not so injury prone. I wouldn't be looking to force him out of the club, but I'd sell him for a decent offer. Like I say, just my personal opinion. Yeah, moving on, I'm just quick glancing over there because I've got a bit of a list. The next one I'd definitely sell, that's Kostas Tsimikas. He's got to go. That's all I've got to say, he's got to go in the summer. Then another one of the youngsters, I'm not sure what his contract situation is, but Reece Williams, I know he's out on loan, but I don't see him as being ever good enough to play for Liverpool on a regular basis, so he'd be one to let go as well, I'm afraid. This one's going to cause a few ruffles in the ether, no doubt, and that's Mohamed Salah. His form has dropped immensely. He'll be forever immortalised as a Liverpool great, and he will be. He is a Liverpool great, but his tail off is unbelievably bad. Another poor performance, and while there's still money available to be had, you've got to take it. You can't be giving him another contract. You've got to take the money on offer, if there's any money on offer. Yep, next one, Calvin Ramsey, another one who's out on loan, who's not really had a good luck with his injuries and that with Liverpool, and now the emergence of Conor Bradley. I don't see Calvin Ramsey getting anywhere near the team anymore, so we need to get a few quid in for that lad, unfortunately. Another one, I think his contract has got another year maybe, and that's Nat Phillips. Got to try and get some money in for that lad as well. Been trying to sell him since we brought him, I think, but yeah, we need to get a few quid in for that boy. Well, he's not a boy anymore, is he? But you know, another young lad who never really had a good look in at Liverpool, and I don't believe he'll be good enough to play for Liverpool. In that Sepp Vandenberg, don't think he's ever going to be a regular Liverpool player, so you might as well try and get a few quid while you can. The next one might be a little bit controversial, maybe, but that's Fabio Carvalho. I'm not sure if he had an attitude problem or what, really, but if there's any decent fees on the table, I'd take it. I can't see him getting a regular spot, whoever the new manager is. I don't see it. I don't know if he's just a championship level player or what. I don't know, but I'd take the money on offer for him. Another youngster who's out on loan and has been doing all right, to be fair, but I can't see him getting near the team again, and that'd be Tyler Morton. I think, yeah, if you're going to need to recoup a bit of money to add towards whatever transfer kitty the owners don't give to the new manager. So as much as you can get, it'll all help, because I think we do need a bit of a freshen up all through the whole squad. To be honest with you, right from back to front, I think we need a bit of a freshen up. So we seem to be devoid of ideas. There's a few mention. I thought about the likes of Curtis Jones, but as much as he's come back from injury, he's been playing like he was in 2022, where he wasn't very good. But I think he's got time on his side, and he did show glimpses, and he was really good before his injury. So I'll give that lad a chance to keep his Liverpool career. Harvey Elliott is another one I toyed with, but at least when he does play, he seems to care. He's still young, but I don't see him as a winger. I really don't see him as a winger. But no, that was two more I was toying with the idea of, but I thought, nah, got to give him a bit more of a chance. Anyway, it's just my thoughts and opinions on the players I'd let go and add to the pot, as they say. Yeah, if you've got any thoughts or opinions, or if you would want to slag me off for what I've said about whoever I want to sell or whatever, feel free to stick it in the comments. It's all good. It's all interaction at the end of the day. And yeah. Right. Red Roaring out.